Good morning. Today I ended up doing a electrical mod on my layout, one that I should have done when I originally wired it, but I tried to get by on the cheap, and as we all know, that's probably not the best way to do things. When I wired the layout, I wired it what they call I think it's called a star configuration, whereby all of the outputs coming off the back of my ZW are wired underneath the board to a terminal board. This particular board handles everything on the outer loop in the one siding going into the ammunition yard. This is powered by the A handle on the ZW. This terminal board provides constant power to all the switches and is operated by the B handle on the ZW. This board is controlled by the C handle, and this sends out power to all the lights and to the operating accessories. And this board gets its power from the D handle, and it operates everything on the inner loop and all of the spurs going around the turntable. When it came time to get power to the yard, each one of these spurs has an isolator right here so that I can toggle switch power on and off to each one of these layouts. Unfortunately, by the time I got around to running the wires back to my terminal board, I no longer had room on board D, so I wired them to board A. Likewise, the spurs going into the engine house, which have their isolation track right here, I didn't have room on the D panel, so it went to the A panel. So that means that when I'm coming in off of the loop, coming around here, I'm powered by the D handle until I hit those isolation blocks. Then I have to toggle the power on from the control board and take over on the A handle. Well, this has caused absolutely no freaking end of problems. Forgetting to, especially if I'm running on the A handle, if I'm running that at full power because I've got a TMCC engine on, as soon as I hit that other one, I go from a crawl to zooming right out the back of the engine house or crashing into the bumpers in the yard. Not particularly good thing to have happen. So here you can see on the control board that my switches have the power controlled by toggles, or tracks rather. All my spurs are by toggles. And then these are the two going into the engine house. So what I decided was to do what I should have done in the first place, and that is get everything so they're controlled by one handle. To make that happen, I picked up another terminal board off eBay, and I have jumpered it to the D handle. And I came back and traced out all the wiring to make sure I got the right ones, and took off those 5 from the A and transferred them over to this new board. Fortunately, when I had put it together originally, I kind of tried to keep everything as organized as possible. So tracing those wires out and getting the right ones was fairly simple. And today the new board came in, I had everything ready for it and hooked everything up, and yippee-ki-yay, no no more problems. When I got things finished, I powered on the ZW and there was no shorts anywhere. So then I went one by one, testing power on these two and these three, and everything worked just like it was supposed to. So now I can be running a train on this inner loop, and I can come back up here, go through the switches, throw power to the yard tracks, and they just continue to track on at the same speed. No more crashes. This is what I should have done initially, but I tried to cheap out on it, not buy another terminal board, and that was just wrong. I should have done it this way to start with. So there you have it. We've now got everything working the way it should have worked a year ago when I first put this together, and I'm sad that it took me a year to figure out that I had done it in a way that just shouldn't be. So hopefully you won't make the same mistakes that I did, and you can avoid going back under and rewiring. Thanks for watching.